Hey, this is Simic, and I was reflecting on life the other day, and I remember that when I was a kid, I used to be naughty. In fact, I used to be very naughty. And somewhere along the line, I remember growing up and a time in my life when, instead of fun-seeking naughty boy that I was, I became not enough time. And I don't even know how it happened. It seems as if it just did. And I gotta tell you, being a grown-up wasn't fun at all. Sure, I had my share of fun, but most of the time I was worried. I was taking life way too seriously. I worried that I don't have what it takes, that I'm just not good enough, that I'll never amount to something meaningful. And I gotta tell you, most of my adult life, I had my sails pretty much set up that way. Most of the time I was tired, exhausted really, and a blissful time of being a worry-free child seemed like a distant memory. I bought into all sorts of beliefs, and the more serious I became about life, the more serious things in my life have become. I was further and further away from my dreams. That is, until one day, a day when I woke up from that stupid, persisting illusion, and I decided to change my attitude, my relationship with just about anything. I decided to have fun again. I changed my relationship with money, for starters. I abandoned the belief that money is the root of all evil, and I stopped resenting rich people. I welcomed money in my life, and I pretended that I'm in fact a money magnet. And my relationship with money and business changed for good. I started playing all sorts of games, and the child inside of me woke up again, and man, I never looked back. I stopped pretending to have certainty about my future, especially the certainty about how my life will end up in some bad way. Last time I checked, I was not a fortune teller, so I allowed myself to pretend that, who knows, life may even turn out in some exciting, pleasurable ways for me. I mean, I just can't tell for sure how it will develop from here, can I? So, why in the world insisting on turning out negatively, right? If I'm only pretending to know, why not pretend for the opposite and enjoy all the feelings that come from that, right? I even took my wife way less seriously and gave myself a gift of not having to fix literally every single thing she could ever mention to be a challenge for her. I learned over time that she never really needed me to fix anything, especially not to fix her. But instead, I just needed to be there and listen to her, communicate and bond with her even further. And our relationship also became so much more fun and even more magical than it was. So I guess I'd like to share with you the idea that for as long as you're taking life too seriously, it probably means that you're trying your best to stay away from, to avoid things that you do not wish to happen in your life. And that, when you decide to loosen up a bit and let all those burdens melt away, you become now an even more resourceful person, a healthier, more resilient and even wiser somehow. And I took it a step further as well. I decided to play this game of life on a whole new level. I decided to acquire the skills, the expertise to deal myself a whole new deck of cards. You know, when it comes to steering this thing called my life. I learned so much about how my body works, what mind has to do with it all, the role that thoughts have on all of that. I acquired skills to heal just about any pain, any burdening situation. I learned how to truly let go and forgive the needed. I even learned how to design and install the déjà vus in my own life. How about that for some really serious and advanced goal setting, hey? And today, I honestly feel that I'm in charge of my destiny and that we can all be, given the much needed knowledge and skill set that I think every human being needs to have. Isn't it funny how letting go and loosening up opened the very doors to all this in my life? And if you'd care about learning the very same tools and knowledge, so that you too can change the odds in your favor, so that you can change the direction your life is heading, why don't you reach out and get in touch with me, as I devoted an enormous amount of time in my life to teach, coach, and touch people's lives in this way. If you're willing, teachable, and have the desire for a better life, I can help you. Reach out, find me, it's easy. Just make you move and I'll be here for you.